If you were listening to the show back in early April, you'll remember that we had the very lovely Kimberley Hattersley-Barton coming to talk to me about a charity event she was putting in. The event was called Life with a Ribbon, and it was raising money for cancer charities. And I'm very pleased to say that Kimberley joins me on the line today. Hello, Kimberley. So the big question is, how did the event go?
It went amazingly. It exceeded all of my thoughts and expectations, and the big grand total raised a massive £10,000 for the 3 charities. So yeah, that whole total is going to make such a massive difference to all the charities that I chose to fundraise for, which were Macmillan, Beads of Courage and Starlight.
I mean, that's a huge amount of money. I mean, how many people turned up? Was the house full, as they say?
Yeah, we basically sold out. I had a capacity set to 300, but even on the door, we had some tickets getting sold on the day. So yeah, it was a full house. It was a brilliant atmosphere. I've had so much fantastic feedback that everyone loved it. It was a great night. And, I think from everyone involved in the room and that was there, it just felt like a really special evening. And you could really feel the love and support that everyone came to give throughout the day.
So I suppose the $64,000 question is, having done a successful one, do you fancy doing another one?
Absolutely. I mean, it was a lot of hard work, and there was times where I thought, don't know if I can do this again, because it's a lot of time and energy. But, once you've got such a big success out of it and all the right people were involved, I just definitely want to do it again. And I am thinking it will be a great opportunity to commemorate my 5-year remission next year as well. So yeah, I think it'll be a big celebration and to raise even more money for that. It
was a musical evening, wasn't it? You had some West End stars on there.
Yeah, I had a fantastic lineup. I had people that's been in the West End, lots of industry professionals that were involved. I had young performers as well, like the local dance school, Maria Penrose Dance Studios. There was another young dancer, Meg Finan. Like, the whole cast were fantastic. Everyone brought something very individual, and yet at the same time, they were a brilliant team, and I couldn't have asked for a better set of performers to be on that stage to make my dream come true with it all.
Brilliant. I mean, you spoke briefly there about it's for your 5-year remission, but I understand that you're actually becoming, or you have sort of been asked to become a patient advocate. Can you tell me a bit about that?
Yeah, so the point of my awareness page is to always spread awareness, share my story and vocalise the patient's perspective. And from doing that, I've had amazing opportunities by organisations and charities that's asked me to speak at the conferences. And my most recent venture actually took me to Palma de Mallorca. So that was 2 weeks after the Gala. And I spoke at an interventional radiology conference in front of many healthcare professionals, again, sharing my story, but most importantly, sharing about the patient's perspective, what's important to us, what we find helpful, what's maybe not been so helpful, and sharing what I consider like things that I hear all the time from other patients that maybe just aren't vocalised. And I think it's really important to get the patient's view across, because we're the ones that are having the care and the treatment. So it needs to be a very individualised thing, and it's been a great opportunity and experience to do more of that and make an impact in a different way as well.
And when you're talking to medical professions about, your particular journey, how do they respond to that?
Many different ways, all in a good way though. It's that they take in what you're saying. I think they're trying to understand some of the things that I might have said that wasn't handled as well as it could have been, or like conversations that could have gone better, and they want to know how I think it could have gone better, or they want to know more about me and my personal story or my details of like health and things. Lots of different experiences, and having 26 years of hospital lifestyle, there's plenty to talk about. So yeah, there's a lot of reactions that you get from it, because obviously that's their field, that's their specialty. They have the most upright respect for me, and like other patient advocates, they just want to learn from us, and that's the most important thing. And I think it's important that people like myself are invited to be a part of these conferences, because that's the main thing that I hear after it, is that they want patients involved so that they can learn from our experiences.
That's brilliant. And I think what you're doing is really important, because sometimes medicine can be seen as it's something that's, done to the disease, not to the patient. So I think the fact that you're able to talk about it as a human experience is really important.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, like I say, the partner conference I've just done was interventional radiology, and as well as speaking, they had lots of tools and equipment out of like the actual things that they use for the treatment. And I said to the lady that chaired the meeting, I said, it's amazing to see it and see the progression in the treatments and what's available, and also to see it as a patient and not be under the threat of him being treated by it, and just see it for what it is rather than in like an actual surgery room where you've no idea and you're just like literally under anesthetic. And yeah, so to get to be on the other side of it and be involved is a very eye-opening thing for me as well.
So, Kimberley Hattersley Barton, on behalf of us, all of us here at Penistone FM, can I just say what a brilliant well done for, organising Life of the River and for raising £10,000. But perhaps even more importantly going forward, the fact that you're able to do this sort of patient advocacy stuff, because, disease is going to be with us, for a while, I think. And it's really important that, medical professionals understand what it's like to be the patient rather than necessarily be the treatment of the patient.
Absolutely, because that is the thing. Whether you're getting treated or even after you've survived it, there's life during that and after it. So it's maintaining that quality of life and understanding the patient's well-being, and that's really what needs to be at the forefront throughout everything.
So again, Kimberley Hattersley Barton, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. As ever, I will ask, and I'm hoping you're going to say yes, at some point will you come back and update us on how your patient advocacy journey is going as well?
Yeah, definitely. I've got another conference coming up later in the year, so yeah, there's definitely lots more I can come in and talk about.
All right, brilliant. So, Kimberley Hattersley Barton, thank you very much. And this is David Higgins reporting for Penistone FM.